to bring forth a new covenant, a new establishment, a new order, new precepts, a new standard for his people Israel to come up to. Because at this point in time, they were nowhere close to where they were supposed to be. They had fallen away greatly. They were living in nothing but fear. And they had allowed their enemies and the attacks of darkness to weigh in on them and to weigh them down. And at this point in time, no one felt themselves strong enough to be a liberator to stand up for the people. Everyone was just running helter-skelter. So David killed Goliath, the enemy of Israel, that enemy that was coming to wipe out all of Israel. So we had one huge giant that was coming, threatening, 40 days, every day, back and forth, day and night. Oh, I'm going to kill you guys, I'm going to wipe you out. Every day, back and forth, back and forth. And what was Israel doing? Shaking in fear. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? How are we going to kill this big giant? What are we going to do? And Abba Yahweh is sitting high in the heavens and looking down at his children. He's like, oh my gosh, no, this cannot work. Seriously? After all that I have done for my people, this is what's happening now. I'm going to have to raise up my little 8th child. My new beginning child. So Abba Yahweh chooses the child that nobody ever thought would have been chosen. Like they thought it was the firstborn, the second, the third. They went through the whole 7. And he was like, nope, it's none of those. Where is the 8th child? Oh, you mean that little shepherd there? Oh, no. He's out with the lamb. He's out with the sheep. No, go bring him because he's the chosen one. He's going to be the next king of Israel. So the one that they underestimated, the one that they undermined, the one that they cast to the side, the one that they misjudged, that is the very one that Abba Yahweh raised up and was grooming in the wilderness to be a great and mighty warrior. The one that had his heart. So you mean to tell me that out of all of these 7 children, none of them had the heart of David? None of them had the warrior spirit that David had. So he was very much chosen for this mission. So what happens here is, if you jump over to 1 Samuel chapter 17, you will see here, verse 16, it says, every morning and every evening Goliath came out and stood there, as he did for 40 days, threatening them, right? Verse 17, Jesse said to his son David, get at least half a bushel of grain that has been cooked. Also get 10 loaves of bread. Take out all of them to your brothers. Hurry to the camp. So now his father Jesse is telling him, David, your brothers are hungry. Go take this food to them. And when you go out there, ask them if they're okay. I want you to bring me back a report. I want you to tell me what's going on out there. Verse 22. David left what he had brought with the men, or with the man, who took care of the supplies. He ran to the battle line. So David has no fear. When I say absolutely no fear, this is like a warrior. He runs straight, the youngest of all of them. Runs straight to the battle line, past everybody. To the battle line, the line of delineation, where Israel is here, and their enemies are right on the other side. Okay? Sorry. As David was talking with them, asking them what is going on, what is all this commotion about, Goliath, the giants of the enemy, the representation, the head of their enemy, stepped forward from his line. Goliath was a mighty Philistine hero from Gath. He again dared someone to fight him, and David heard it. David said, what? That roused up righteous indignation inside of David when he heard somebody threatening his constitution, his family, his people, the chosen ones. You did what? So this really ticked David off. Okay? Verse 24, 1 Samuel 17. Whenever Israel's army saw Goliath, all of them ran away from him. Okay? That's because they were so afraid. Verse 25, the Israelites had been saying, just look at how this man keeps daring Israel to fight him. The king will make a man who kills Goliath very wealthy. The king will also give his own daughter to be the man's wife. The king won't require anyone in the man's family to pay any taxes in Israel. So the man is going to be tax-free, right? You won't have to pay any taxes as long as he lives. Verse 26, David spoke to the men standing nearby and asked them, what will be done for the man who kills Philistine? Because I really need to understand this. Is this really for real, for real, for real? Like none of you have the courage to go and stand up against this Philistine, this uncircumcised Philistine, who does not have a covenant with the Most High God, and we all have covenants with the God, like with this one and only true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Like, I'm so confused as to what's going on here. Like, I can't believe that I'm seeing, I can't believe I'm hearing my people who are older than me, who are supposed to be leading me, who are supposed to be training me in the right way, acting like cowards. There's no way that this is going to happen, not on over my dead body, is what David is going to say. Is what David is saying here. So he says, Goliath is bringing shame on Israel. What will be done for the one who removes it? The Philistine isn't even circumcised. He dares the armies of the living God to fight him? Who does he think he is? This is what David is saying. Who does Goliath think he is? Like, he ain't nobody, yo. He ain't nobody. He is zilch. I promise you. In the hands of my God, listen, the things that God has already called me to do, I've killed a lion, I've killed a bear, I've done so much for the sheep, and you over here calling yourself a child of God and an Israelite, and you can't even fight the demons or the darkness that is coming at you? Oh no. You obviously have no faith in the God that has brought you this far. The God that brought Moses and Abraham and everyone else through all of these miracles, signs, and wonders? No. You guys are like a disgrace to me. This is what David is saying right now. Verse 28. David's oldest brother Eliab heard him speaking with the men. So Eliab became very angry with himself. Doesn't this happen so many times, children? You try to stand up for righteousness, for justice, for truth. And your family members, your friends, your so-called friends, the enemy rises up in them and start to try to call you down and try to put fear and intimidation in you, to make you feel like you're nobody, to make you feel like you're not worthy for the calling, to make you feel as if though you can't defeat the situation, or that God didn't call you to do this. Okay? Be very careful of that in your life, children. The naysayers, those that come that the enemy uses to speak negativity into your life, to sow seeds into your life, to try to get those seeds to grow into big, ugly trees. Be careful. Bring down those strongholds, children. Cast them down. The curses and the hexes and the vexes and those evil words and spells that are being casted over you, you need to scatter them by fire, by thunder, and by lightning. And allow the Spirit of the Most High to rise up in you, truth and light. Have no fear, children. I don't care who it is. You fear no man. As long as they have breath in their bodies, children, you fear no man. The only one you are to fear is the Most High God. I don't care what their title is. I don't care what their claim to fame is. I don't care who they claim to be. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care how much prestige they have. I don't care how evil or wicked they are. The only person you are to fear is the Most High God, your creator, the one who can take your life and your breath away. He's the one that gave it to you, and he's the only one that can take it from you, children. Verse 29, 1 Samuel chapter 17. So he says to him, his brother, in verse 28. So his brother Eliab is saying to David, why have you come down here? Like, he's angry at this point. He's like, why, David, why did you even come down here? Like, why you come here to cause trouble? Like, you can't do anything. You're lame, dude. You're lame. You're the 8th son, okay? We're all bigger than you. We've been training in the army for Saul. We know what we're doing. Just go back home and go play with the sheep. Basically is what Eliab, his eldest brother, is saying to him. So he says, why have you come down here? Who is taking care of those sheep that you've deserted? Like, seriously, go take care of the sheep. I know how proud you are, David, okay? I know how evil your heart is. Look at his brother. You're supposed to be my brother. You're supposed to be walking with me in love. And this is how you're talking to me? This is how you're talking to me. You know what? David remained humble. David didn't even fight him back because he understood that this is war. This is a spiritual warfare, okay? And him fighting his brother in the flesh ain't gonna do nothing. So he just totally just ignored his brother. Like, whatever, dude, whatever. I know who I am. I know who God made.